And this act of trying to make everything perfect is really us trying to control the narrative and to control what other people are going to have to say, which we are never going to be able to do. And there's always going to be somebody who doesn't like what we have to say. Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan and I create videos all about mindset, confidence, and just really finally going after your dream life. I have been hit with a heavy dose of toxic perfectionism, and today we are going to break it down, figure out whether you have it, what to do about it, how we can get rid of this nonsense that is just holding us back from actually going after the things that we want in life. Being a perfectionist is something that we often look at as a positive. It's things that we put on a resume, and there can be a really positive place for a certain level of perfectionism or wanting to really create a high quality of work, whatever it is that you're doing. But then there's toxic perfectionism, and toxic perfectionism is where it just literally stifles you from doing anything because you want it to be so perfect, and because you're waiting for the perfect circumstances and the perfect people and the perfect things to all be in place before you go ahead and take that action. This has really shown up a lot for me lately as I have kind of stepped back online and back onto Instagram, and really with this new focus of mindset. Now that I have this amazing job and this full-time position, it's really opened up this space for me to move into the mindset world. But with that is coming all of those familiar feelings that I had when I started my business, like imposter syndrome, like worrying so much about what people are going to think, especially being that I have been very open about my journey and pivoting. And so there's a lot of fear and a lot of anxiety around what I'm sharing online. I know a lot of my community is creators and are people that are wanting to start businesses and really go after, a life that they're passionate about. And so maybe you can relate to this a little bit. Here are some ways to know if you've been falling into toxic perfectionism and how it might be holding you back. You have a when blank, then blank mindset. When I have the perfect camera, then I'll start vlogging. When I have enough education, then I'll start teaching other people. When I have enough experience, then I'll finally start my business. When we have a when blank, then blank mindset, we really are holding ourselves to a space of not growing, to gather data and to gather knowledge so that we can then improve. We have this feeling inside that we have to meet certain criteria before we're going to be able to take action or to be happy or to finally put ourselves first. You may have toxic perfectionism if you find that you are just riddled with analysis paralysis when it comes to getting things done. And a lot of times you don't finish projects, or you don't even start projects because the thought of how you're gonna make it as perfect as you want it to be is so overwhelming that we just don't even do it because we don't think that we can meet our own standards. We obsess about every detail and how everyone else in the world is going to perceive every single one of those details. When we're in a space of toxic perfectionism, we care a lot about what other people think and the judgment that other people are going to have around what we're doing, what we're saying, how we're presenting ourselves. And this act of trying to make everything perfect is really us trying to control the narrative and to control what other people are going to have to say, which we are never going to be able to do. And there's always going to be somebody who doesn't like what we have to say. Why should that stop you from helping the people that you are going to help? The things that are most impactful in life usually aren't perfect, or they are the result of a whole lot of imperfection. Going through trials and tribulations, breakups, divorce, addiction, all of those non-perfect things are often what is most inspiring to us. So what do we do about it? We prioritize practices that are really going to help us rewire our brain and push ourselves into taking action despite the fear that we feel. For me, it's really creating content and showing up regularly and just getting over the fear that it's not good enough, it's not pretty enough, it's not high quality enough. Because at the end of the day, if we're really logical about it, the best way for me to make better content, to create higher quality photographs and video and all of those things is to make more content and to practice more and to do more of the things that we're afraid of not being perfect. So you know me, you know I love a good challenge. So I'm gonna put together a 30-day challenge, and for myself, it's just gonna be to show up and create in some way every day. whether that's a story, whether that's a TikTok, whether it's me filming, just getting my creativity out there. I feel like it's all stuck up here and I'm just not able to get it out because I have this perfection plug that's like blocking it from just blossoming. So if you want to do this challenge with me, I will have a tracker linked down below, and you can just relate this to whatever it is that you're finding that perfectionism around in your life. I would love for you to tag me on Instagram when you are taking these actions, when you are pushing through that fear of perfection and create even better results in your life. Are you a toxic perfectionist? Let me know down in the comments below if this is something that you struggle with and in what way you do struggle with it. I hope you liked this video and that you found it helpful. Let's go ahead and together push through this need for perfectionism. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you want to see more videos like this. Other than that, I hope you're all doing so well, and I will see you in next week's video. Bye guys.